My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. And this is a movie I was really excited for just because I thought the trailer looked beautiful. And anytime I got that trailer on the big screen, my excitement for this movie only increased. So I was a bit let down to see lots of bad reviews for it this past week. I believe on Rotten Tomatoes right now it has a 41% from the critics. So I still went in wanting to love it, but I did temper my expectations a bit. So I have now seen it, and I might be on an island here, but I truly loved this movie. Like, it's not going to do well at the box office, but I do believe it will find its audience in time. Not this weekend, but I think there's real potential here for a cult classic. So let's begin by talking about the cast. And Colin Farrell is one of my favorite actors, and I really do love what he brought to this movie. It's a very quiet, tender performance, and I loved how human he felt throughout, and he carried the movie incredibly well. Margot Robbie also does a very good job as she brought lots of emotional depth to her character while still being very charming and likable. And I thought these two actors had very good chemistry. I've seen some complaints about the romance here, about the lack of chemistry, and I just don't agree. They delivered on the wavelengths that the movie needed them to. Kevin Kline, I haven't seen that guy in a while, but he also does a pretty good job here, despite his minimal screen time. And Phoebe Waller-Bridge does a good job in her minimal screen time. So the cast does do a really good job. And okay, I'll say this about the movie: you either get it or you don't. Like, you either get on the movie's wavelength or you don't. And what I mean by that is some movies you watch and you just connect with, and it works on an emotional level, it works on a character level, and it works plot wise. But then sometimes you watch a movie and you just can't connect, and you find yourself detached, and you're just unengaged and bored. This movie is definitely a big wavelengths movie, so just know that going in. It is a very weird movie with lots of surreal decisions, and those decisions might turn people off of it. But for me, I found them to be a delightful inclusion. Like, you've got lots of flashbacks, some really weird, interesting decisions made. You've got a dance number. You've got it where people suddenly are in a blank room. You've got a scene where a deer is bleeding, but it's all yawn. Like, it's a weird movie. It really is, but these decisions were just delightful for me. And I do think this movie is beautifully shot from beginning to end. The colors really pop, and I loved how so much thought was put into every outfit and umbrella, and just, I don't know, you can tell there was care and passion put into this movie, and I really did like the score by Joe Hisaishi. It gave the movie a nice vibe, and I loved the soundtrack. Especially in the final 5-10 minutes, there's two song choices that really worked for me. So all around, it's a well-crafted movie by Kokonada, who I must admit I'm not too familiar with. I know he directed Columbus in 2017 and Afterling in 2022, and I haven't seen those movies, but now I might just check them out. He definitely got my attention here. And I love the script. This is just a lovely tender film from beginning to end, with lots of conversations about love and life and identity, and I just thought this movie had so much depth to it. I love how it's a quiet, slow movie that just really allowed you to connect with the characters, and it's a movie about opening yourself up to someone, and it's about what shapes us to be the person we are. And it's about learning to love ourselves, it's about learning to love others, and just the way the movie explores all of that resonated with me deeply. In some ways, I could really relate to the characters in this movie, and throughout the movie, I was into it, and by the end, it just really moved me. It did. I didn't quite cry on this viewing, but I could see myself crying more on repeat viewings in the future. It's just that kind of movie where it sneaks up on you, and you don't realize just how much meaning you're getting from it. And yeah, like I said, it's not going to be a movie for everyone. Some people just won't connect with it, but I loved how honest it was. I loved how weird it was. I loved how tender and quiet and lovely it was. And it's just a very emotional movie that explores so much about life itself, and it's wonderfully acted, beautifully crafted. I'm not going to quite say it's a perfect movie. Some moments could have been done a tiny bit better, but it's still pretty damn close. So I'm giving A Big Bold Beautiful Journey an 8.5 out of 10. Please go see this movie this weekend. Just give it a chance. But A Big Bold Beautiful Journey. Have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.